Welcome to 0.4 CER writing. By the end of this video, you will be able to defend your scientific argument by writing a CER response. While watching the video, these are the expectations. You should only have this video open and be using headphones. Make sure you listen with purpose. Mind your time. Most video lessons should take no more than 10 minutes to complete. Take notes. If you have guided notes, fill in the missing parts. If you don't, a good rule of thumb is to write down anything in red. Answer questions that are within the video, and finally, pause and rewind as much as you need to. Notes will be checked for accuracy. In order to write a CER, we need evidence, and in order to figure out what's evidence, we need to look at the difference between an observation and an inference. An observation is something fact-based you experience through one of your 5 senses: sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. An inference is what you think happened based off of what you observe. What I want you to do is, using this picture to the right, determine if the 7 statements below are observations or inferences. The dog caused the car accident. One of the drivers got hurt. A person is sitting on the ground. The dog is in the grass. The man in the booth is a witness. There is a man in the booth. The pickup truck was turning left. Pause here and answer them now. The first one is the dog caused the car accident. This would be an inference because we do not know for sure if the dog caused the car accident. We're assuming the dog did based off of the picture. B, one of the drivers got hurt. Again, this is an inference. We know that someone's hurt, and we are assuming, based off of our knowledge of the picture, that it is the driver, but we do not know for sure. So that would be an inference. A person is sitting on the ground. This is an observation. We know for a fact that there is someone that is sitting on the ground. The dog is in the grass. Again, we know for a fact that the dog is in the grass, so this is an observation. E, the man in the booth is a witness. This is an inference. We know there's a man in the booth, but we don't know for sure, based off of the information we're given, if this man was even paying attention to what happened. F, there is a man in the booth. That is an observation because we know that for a fact. And finally, G, the pickup truck was turning left. This is an inference because we are assuming the pickup truck was turning left based off of the positioning of the truck. But if you've ever seen a car accident before, you know cars can be turned around completely and end up in different places than where they were hit. So the 3 parts of a CER are claim, evidence, and reasoning. A claim is a statement that answers the original question. If my question is, who do you think is the imposter? My claim would be, red is sus. The next part is evidence. These are scientific observations or data that support the claim. So back to the Among Us example, my evidence would be, I saw red vented. And finally, reasoning, an explanation of why your evidence supports the claim. So you are explaining the connection between the claim and the evidence. For reasoning, for our scenario, my reasoning would be, only imposters can vent. That's how I know that red is an imposter. I'm going to have you practice this by labeling the parts of a CER. So our question is, what is the best type of jelly bean? And the response is, a survey has found that 75% of people prefer red jelly beans because they taste better than other colors, proving the following statement: red jelly beans are the best type of jelly beans. What I want you to do is, in that response, I want you to circle the part that's the claim, underline the part that is evidence, and star the part that is reasoning. Pause here and do that now. If you are unpausing, you are ready to go over and review which part is the claim, evidence, and reasoning. So the claim, the statement that answers the question, what is the best type of jelly bean, is red jelly beans are the best type of jelly beans. Your evidence that supports this claim is a survey has found that 75% of people prefer red jelly beans. The reason this is evidence is because it includes data. And finally, the reasoning is it tastes better than other colors. So that is explaining why the 75% of people prefer the red jelly beans. It's connecting the evidence and the claim. I want you to practice this again by writing a CER that answers the question, what is the relationship between the number of straws in the ocean and the number of marine animals hurt by them? So, did you know that the US uses an estimated of 500 million plastic straws per day? Many of these straws end up in the ocean, sickening or killing birds, fish, turtles, dolphins, and other marine animals. Straws affect animals when they get lodged in their noses, throats, and stomachs. Excess plastic in their stomachs can lead to starvation because the plastic takes up space and prevents absorption of nutrition. Using the data to the right and the information you received, I want you, again, to make a claim based on evidence about the relationship between the number of straws in the ocean and the number of marine animals hurt by them. Pause here and do that now. Okay, if you are unpausing, that means that you have completed your claim, evidence, and reasoning that connects the number of straws in the ocean to the number of marine animals hurt by them. So your claim would be something similar to the more straws that there are in the ocean, the more animals are hurt by them. The evidence would be something similar to the years that have the highest number of straws entering the ocean have a much higher number of marine animals hurt than years with a lower number of straws entering the ocean. For example, 2022 had 50 million straws and 2 million animals harmed, but in 2006, 1 million straws had only hurt 25,000 animals. So you're using information from the chart and writing it out as your evidence. And then your reasoning, straws cause harm to marine animals. So the more straws there are, the more opportunities there are for animals to get hurt. So you're explaining how the number of straws equals animals harmed. This is the end of the CER slides. Make sure your guided notes are complete before moving on to your next assignment. The next assignment after this is CER practice, which will be done on your laptop. Then your should do assignment would be Magic Box CER. Do this if you have time. And then finally, your mastery mini quiz for your CER lesson.